Howdy, roofers, and welcome to Roofer Growth Hacks, the podcast that's dedicated to highlighting those in the roofing industry, learning how they overcame growth challenges with creative growth hacks, and connecting them with others in the roofing industry. I'm your host, Chris Hunter, founder and chief marketing officer of roofingsites.com. I'm also the author of The Ultimate Guide to Digital Marketing for Roofers. Okay, in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the state of marketing for roofers. This is an ongoing piece and something that I'm doing once a month now because marketing just moves at such a fast pace. And these days with AI and everything like that, it's just moving in faster. So it's just easier to keep you up to date on what's going on in the marketing world, and especially what's working and not working for roofers if I just do an episode, once a month. And so this is the April state of marketing for roofers. All right. So number one, in this past month, we did a workshop called the new 2025 SEO formula for roofers. We talked all about what's happening in Google and getting ranked on Google in this day and age right now in 2025. And there's a lot of things that changed and I didn't share this and I didn't actually see this until later, but Neil Patel, who is a very big figure in the SEO world, one of the most knowledgeable guys on the planet regarding search engine optimization, ranking on Google, right? And I've been telling people for years and years and years, right, that Google changes 650 times a year. Okay, that's just what it is. It's a moving target. Their algorithm changes happen all the time. A lot of times it happens overnight, and they don't really tell us, And I'm talking about this because I've been in the SEO industry for the past 20 plus years, and so I've seen it all the ebbs and the flows and all the algorithm changes and all that kind of stuff. Well, Neil Patel this past month released something on his blog that really caught my eye. And he basically said that, way back in the day, and I say back in the day, I'm like talking 2010, probably 2012, 10 years ago. Well, that's way further than 10 years ago. But is that essentially instead of 650 times that they're changing, right? Like way back in the day, last year they changed 5,000 times. There were 5,000 algorithm changes made on Google. So if you're looking at your SEO and asking why are you not ranking, well, it's probably because one of those 5,000 changes caused you not to rank on Google. Okay, that just could be the simple fact of the matter there. So was a huge eye opener for me. I've been in the industry for 20 plus years. I have thought that Google changed a lot, but man, this is almost 10x the amount of what I thought on the algorithm changes. And guess what? It's not going to get better because they're moving more and more towards AI driven search engine, and so it's less about how to game the system these days and really how to optimize for people on your website, I think is really what it all comes down to. Okay, so the next topic, let's talk about AI, because AI is just, and me, if you've been following me for any length of time, you have heard me talk about AI and how it's really changing the whole marketing scene. It's going beyond that, right? It is replacing people at this point. New things that have come out in the past month of there's this agent essentially, okay, released by OpenAI. Okay, you have to be on the $200 a month program in order to do that kind of a thing, in order to utilize the OpenAI agent, but it can do all sorts of really cool things. And when I say really cool things, I mean like an assistant or personal assistant could do. They can go out and find you flights. It can go out and find really good things for your anniversary for your wife or husband. And there's a lot of things that are coming down the pipeline when it comes to those types of things. There's Manus is a new platform that was also released. I am still waiting on my invitation code on that one, but I've got friends that have been using it for the past couple of weeks, and it's just blowing their minds on what it can actually do. So AI is coming. It's here. If you are not embracing AI in your roofing company, you need to really, really, really consider it in one fashion or another. Okay. Here at roofingsites.com, we've created around 30 or so custom GPTs for different use cases in our own organization. Anything ranging from, doing stuff, doing like social posts or creating a social posts or creating content, all the way to my coolest one that I love is the one where it actually coaches us on sales, right? We trained it on a few prominent salespeople in the industry, and after every single phone call, after every single Zoom conversation that we have it come back and coach us on what we could have said, what we should have said, what we did good, what we did bad. So that's kind of a cool thing is to have in our pocket someone that is can coach us on the sales front. Okay, there's all sorts of other coaching that you could do available. Just imagine if you had, your people that you look up to sitting in your pocket, and you're on that $1,000 machine, mind you, sitting right there. Okay, on that your iPhone or your Android, and it could advise you on exactly what you need to be doing on a day-to-day basis in your organization. So next is when it comes to AI, right? I think the key with that, and I've said that we've created all these custom GPTs, is the key to it all is ensuring that you are training it, right, on your company, on your personality, on how you think, on how you talk. Because if it doesn't have that type of information, then a lot of times what comes out is very robotic, obviously, and very obvious to others that it was created by ChatGPT. Okay. So I would highly, highly recommend that you actually look and figure out how to train your ChatGPT on you, okay, and your company before you set out to create some of these, custom GPTs. So, anyways, the past couple of months I've been really geeking out on that kind of stuff on the whole AI thing altogether. All right, next topic, local service ads. We are heading into the storm season, y'all. Okay. In fact, I had a hailstorm at my house in College Station, Texas, a couple of weeks ago. I've already had, within 12 hours, I had roofers knocking on my door. Each one of those roofers, by the way, got a free copy of my book because there are better ways to get sales than to go knocking around, at doors, especially if you're not even in your service area at that point. Okay. So, anyways, I'm not going to get on that. Okay. So, we are heading into storm season. And one of the biggest things that you can do right now is to get your local service ads. These are the Google guaranteed ads, right? And if you listen to me, you've heard me talk about these before, but make sure that they're geared up. Okay. What do I mean by that? Well, make sure that you've got a maxed out budget. Okay. If, $500 a week, $1,000 a week, it goes by weeks with local service ads. So, and if you don't know anything about local service ads, I would highly recommend that you look into those. They're performance based ads that are essentially just like Angie's, except not really just like Angie's, because one, people are actually going to Google to find you. They don't go to Angie's to find you. Okay, they're going to Google to find you, and it is the first couple of listings. Okay, in the search engine result page. So whenever people search for roofing company near me or roofing company in College Station, Texas, where I'm at, then basically your ads are going to pop up there if you have followed all of the procedures that Google has told you to do. Okay. All right. So part of that is maxing out that budget, making sure that you have enough budget in place so that when people click on your ad, which we're seeing around $100 to $150 per them reaching out to you. Okay. And that's how it is. They're either going to fill out a message or they're going to call you. Either one of those two cases, then Google is going to charge you for that, just like Angie's would. Okay. The big difference between Angie's and local service ads are that it's 1-to-1. Okay. When they click on that button, when they message you, when they call you, it's a 1-to-1 versus on Angie's, it's like 1-to-8. Okay. So every time someone says, yes, I need help, it goes out to 8 other companies. Okay. So, all right. So max out that budget. Next, I would highly, highly recommend, okay, that you use either zip codes or cities in your targeting. Okay. And what we have seen work better right now are zip codes. But if they are not working for you, then flip over to using cities. Definitely don't use counties, and for sure don't use both zip codes and cities, and definitely not zip code cities and counties. Okay. So hopefully that's clear on your targeting. The other thing, the big mistake that I see is that we try to target too much. Own your 13-mile grid. Okay. Your 13-mile grid is a 13-mile by 13-mile grid, essentially, where your target audience is hanging out. Own that, meaning have local service ads that are properly optimized for that 13 by 13 grid. Don't for So a great example here is that if you're in the North Austin area, Round Rock area, let's say, target Round Rock. Don't target Round Rock in South, you know, Austin, like San Marcos and and all the way down to San Antonio, and then have it go all the way up to Waco or Temple or anything like that. You're just spreading that service area way too wide, and unless you've got a massive budget, think 30, 40, $50,000 a month, then it's going to be completely ineffective. So what I recommend is own your 13 by 13 grid first and then expand out from there. Okay. Make sure that you're getting leads in, and make sure that you have a maxed out budget. And then the last thing, and this is the biggest mistake that I see almost on a daily basis, is most roofers are not working the back end of the local service ad platform. However, the problem with that is that the local service ad platform, the LSA platform, is 100% tied to their algorithm. So guess what? If you are working that back end, meaning moving people from an active lead into booked into completed, okay, in the LSA platform, if you are actually doing that, you are going to get more leads. I have people come to me all the time and say, "Hey, Chris, I want more leads." Great, work that platform. That's all you have to do. And that could be on a daily basis. This could be something that could be delegated to an office manager or whoever is picking up the phones, whoever is are working the back end leads in your organization. If that's you, then that needs to be you working that local service ads platform. Hopefully that's clear enough. And make no mistake about it. I'm telling you that local service ads, you can build a several $1 million business based off of those ads and those ads alone. We have clients that are spending upwards of $40,000 and $50,000 a month because, one, they have staff that are working that back end, so they're continually getting leads and getting charged for those leads. But those leads are gold. They're converting at 50 to 60%. Okay. And I'm talking from a cold outreach to a sale. So work the local service ad platform. Okay. If you're not quite sure how to do that, I might release a video on exactly how to do that. But it's something, it's so simple, but nobody is doing it. And the ones that do it are the ones that are winning on the local service ad platform. Okay. Next, recently, I had the opportunity to talk to Ryan Groth with Sales Transformation Group, and he interviewed him. He came on Roofer Growth Hacks. If you didn't catch it, I think by the time that this drops, it's going to be like in a week or so that it drops as well. Okay. So what he said, and it's worth repeating right here, what he told me was that across the board with not only his clients, but he obviously has connections in the industry and talks to other people. He said sales were down 20 to 30% in quarter one. Think about that, right? If you are having sales issues right now, it's not because of other factors. It's because of, honestly, what he said it was the economy. Now, without getting too political, he did say that it was, when Trump came into office, we all thought that we were going to, the economy was going to magically become better. I think all Americans kind of thought that. The reality of the situation is that it's not going to get better just with a flip of a switch, right? And he's doing a lot of things that are probably working against that anyways, things like tariffs and so forth. So the economy is an issue, right? And we need to be thinking about that. If the economy is an issue, we as an industry need to get better at sales. Okay, so the time to be working on your sales team, the time to be working on ensuring that your sales is finely tuned, you've sharpened that sword. This is the time right now. Okay, before we hit busy season, because lost opportunities can cost you millions, right? If you have a 25% closing rate, work on getting it to a 30%. If you've got a 10%, get it to that 25%. Okay. What do you need to do in order to do that? I would highly recommend that you get with Ryan Groth, with the sales transformation group. He's got systems in place. He's got SOPs and training for you, your staff, everyone in order to actually make that happen. Okay. So reach out to him. We'll put a link down in the description down here if you want to go down and do that. But I highly recommend that you do it now before we're too deep into the busy season. Okay. Okay. Next item, our next workshop, right? We've got the 2025 guide to ranking on Google Maps for roofers coming up. It is on April 17th at 11 a.m. Texas time, Central Time. Okay. So make sure that you mark that out on your calendar. It is the day before Good Friday. So, we'll see how many people are actually going to show up to that one. But of course, you can always go to our YouTube channel and go watch the replays of that they're also aired here on Roofer Growth Hacks, every single month. So you can catch up on that. If you want to know how to rank on Google Maps, you've got a roofing company, it's going to be good information in order to get you there, because a lot of things obviously has changed in the past year with Google changing so much, 5,000 times. They're really hard to keep up with. Okay. So make sure that you do block that out on your calendar. That's April 17th at 11 a.m. Central Time. I call it Texas time. All right. Next, Samantha. If you haven't heard me talk about Samantha, she is our AI receptionist. Okay. Yes, we geeked out and for about 6 months, we worked on getting an AI receptionist, which I believe is going to solve the biggest issue in the roofing industry, and that's y'all just don't pick up your phones. Okay. So this basically is designed where that if you cannot answer your phone for whatever reason, it rings for 4 times to your phone, whoever is picking up the phone. And then it rolls over to Samantha, who picks it up professionally and makes sure that person is a homeowner. Make sure that she's in your service area and sets the appointment. Okay. And I think it's just going to be a game changer for every single roofing company. If you want a demo of that, please reach out to me at chris@roofingsites.com and we will get you a free quick demo. You can just call a phone number and test her out. Okay. See how she works. But I think it's honestly is going to solve the biggest issue that I have seen in the roofing industry, and it's the fact that just roofers and roofing companies, even the big ones, have a hard time picking up their phones. Okay, so let's make sure that we get Samantha put into place for everyone that we possibly can. Well, that's going to do it for another episode of Roofer Growth Hacks. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you go out and connect with me online. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm YouTube, Facebook, you name it. We're out there. Okay, so be sure to go on out there and connect with me. Also, while you're out there, go to roofingsites.com just so that you can listen to other previous episodes of Roofer Growth Hacks. You can also, by the way, go to roofergrowthhacks.com to also listen to every single one of the episodes that we've had. I believe that we're close to 100 at this point. Not quite sure. I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, roofingsites.com. Since 2018, roofingsites.com has helped roofers double their sales by getting their marketing right using the 4R roofing marketing system. If you're a roofing company owner wanting to grow your business, be sure to go to roofingsites.com and sign up for a roofing marketing strategy session with me. And this past year, I published my book, The Ultimate Guide to Digital Marketing for Roofers. If you're a roofing company owner and you don't have this book in your hands, I will send you a free digital copy. Just go to go.roofingsites.com, Fill in the information, and we'll send you a free digital copy of my book. Well, roofers, join me next time when we'll connect with another great roofing entrepreneur and learn how they hack their growth. Until then, I'm Chris Hunter. Thanks and gig 'em.